Good morning and welcome back for our webinar on firearm injuries part 2. Yesterday we have studied first episode of firearm injuries, and in that we have studied one type of gun, that was shotgun. Today we will study remaining type of guns, and those are handguns and rifles and some other guns. Okay, here we go with one saying: guns don't kill but people do. I told you in the our prior sessions also, the crime is committed by people, whether it is an instrument, whether it's a sword, whether it's a lathi or anything else. People are the are concerned here who kill other people, and that is a crime. That is why this firearm injuries has been included in your syllabus. You have to study those firearms because people use those to kill others, even to commit suicides. Now today we will study handguns and rifles and other guns. So now let us deal with handguns. Handguns include revolvers, semi-automatic guns, semi-automatic pistols, all fire bullets. All of these, they use bullets to fire of various calibers. Here you see one revolver. You can see a revolver, and that is what is 6 bullets say revolver. You can, it's quite regular one, you can see it here. And one more picture I'll show you of revolver. You can see revolver parts, grip, trigger, cylinder cap, front sight, barrel, chamber. The chamber has got a cylinder and it is inserted with the bullets. Okay, and a trigger and trigger guard. Here you see one semi-automatic pistol where you can see the magazine containing bullets. You can see the what do you call trigger guard.
Sir,
Right? Yes.
screen sir doesn't properly see.
Because of internet the problem, there's going to be a problem because it is, since beginning we are facing some problems. It get resolved. Just wait. Try to concentrate on the screen. Okay, you saw this semi-automatic pistol. Okay, you can see the near side, front side, and a barrel. You can see the cartridge placed in the barrel. Yeah, one more. Here you can see other semi-automatic uh, pistols. Okay, and their parts of semi-automatic pistol. I told you yesterday, this is air pistol. Okay, this is not a ballistic weapon. It's the air pistol. Those are ballistic. They are actual guns where the bullets are used in the magazine. Well, have a look at the bore. You can see the land, caliber, and groove here. And these are the bullets of different sizes. You can read the size in millimeter. They are made up by different manufacturing companies for differently designed uh, firearms. That means pistols. Here you can see the inside of the bullets. You can see the primer, because we have studied cartridge. The same thing here. The cartridge case, bullet is placed in the front side. There is a primer at the back side. There is a gunpowder in between for the sake of firing. Here. Handgun means, what does this weapon do? Anjali, hey, put off your microphone. What does the weapon discharge? First is flame 1 to 2 inches, आग येते बाहेर, then comes gas, then comes gunpowder, either burnt or unburnt, then comes soot, soot means it's made up of carbon, and then comes vaporized metal, and then comes bullet. Okay, bullet is a metal. Handgun wounds are caused on the target. That means, of course, we are studying human beings related to the forensic science. So, human being body, either they firm or loose or near contact wounds, or intermediate range handgun wounds, or distant handgun wounds, from where exactly the weapon has been fired. We can see this weapon is fired, and this is what it looks like when the weapon is fired. So the bullet has gone far ahead, but we can see the smoke, fire here, fire up to 2 inches, and you can see the gunpowder burned and unburned, and finally the bullet is proceeding forwards with the velocity and speed to achieve the target. This is how the scene is, and finally the target is going to be get hitted by this bullet. Okay, now it has hitted here. See, it has come out here, and you can see at the level of B and at the C and at the D. Handgun wounds are contact wounds, blackened. They are seared edges and possible muzzle imprint because it is in contact. Because gun is put on on somebody's head like this or hand or like this here, so you get a muzzle imprint, and ring of soot also you will get, loose ring of soot also you'll get. Near band of blackened and seared skin we find in contact wounds. The contact wound to the head, I showed you as by demonstration, may get a circular wound with blackened seared margins, may get a wound with a muzzle imprint. Muzzle means this one is muzzle, okay? And may get a stellate shaped wound as gases enter and the thin scalp which is traced over the bone balloons out, possibly back spatter into weapon. Here, this is a contact wound right on the forehead of a person. You can see this is fired with a pistol, okay? Because pistol was placed on his forehead and it has been fired. This is how the contact wound of handgun looks like, be it a revolver or semi-automatic pistol or whatsoever, any other make. Here you can see another contact wound. You can see the circular thing. All the bullet has entered into the head. The dead body head has been shaved to show you the contact wound here. Here you can see another contact wound, and the shape and size of the muzzle of a barrel of a automatic or semi-automatic handgun. You can see this one, this wound. Okay, another wound. Now handguns, if they are fired from intermediate range, so from some distance, there you will find powder tattooing. The powder will make tattoo signs, which is the characteristic feature of intermediate range handgun fire. Powder grains strike the skin, causing punctate abrasions. Multiple punctate reddish brown to orange red abrasion you will find in this case of firing. Approximate range is half inch to 2 to 4 feet. So that means not quite fire. See, from a distance of 4 feet or 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 feet, or say up to 1/2 inch also, because you are not in contact but half inch apart from the contact, I mean target, the person whom you are going to kill. I means you means not you, the people kill. Here you can see one wound and of intermediate range, and you can see around punctate marks. Can you see this dots? So that is how it looks like when a range is changed. Now distant range, quite far away as compared to contact and intermediate range. The wound is round or oval with an abrasion ring, usually, though not found always. Exit wound means when the bullet enters and when it comes out from other side, so that becomes exit wound. So entry wound and exit wound you will find in certain cases depending upon the velocity utilized and the type of make of handguns is used. Rule of odds and evens is applied to handguns exit wounds, usually larger and more irregular than entry wound. You have to compare between entry wound and exit wound later on in the exam. So entry wound are smaller and regular, but the exit wounds are larger and more regular. Often slit like or stellate like. Stellate means star, like a star. And showed exit wounds, they are uncommon, have abrasion ring due to exit site in contact with ground as well as really due to tight clothing. Here you can see one exit wound. Now see, this bullet has gone from here and it has come out from here. ती पूर्ण डोक्यामध्ये शिरलेली नाही आहे, त्यामुळे असं दिसतं एंट्री वूंड अँड एक्झिट वूंड. सो this person is that way lucky because it has not come from opposite side. It is a tangential shot, you can call. ऑब्लिकली त्याला ती गोळी लागली, गोळी चाटून जाणे प्रकार तुम्ही ऐकला असेल, त्यातलाच प्रकार पण जरा आत शिरलेली आहे. ओके, now gunshot wounds, scientific examination of clothing we have to do, test firing of gun and ammunition study we have to do in this case. Now we will try to understand what are the rifles. Rifles are highly dangerous weapons. Okay, a rifle is a single person portable long barrel by firearm designed for accurate shooting with a barrel that has a helical pattern of grooves. That is helical pattern is called as rifling. त्याला rifling म्हणतात. त्या rifling वरून त्या वेपनला रायफल हा शब्द पडलेला आहे. And this pattern of grooves cut into the bore wheel that you find in case of the bore wall, not bore wheel, bore wall. Okay, in keeping with their focus on accuracy, rifles are typically designed to be held with both the hands. Now because they are longer, you have to hold like this. Now we saw the guns which we used with the one hand. Now we are looking for a gun with the which is used with two hands and braced with a firm butt stock. Now this is a butt stock. It has to be braced here on the chest, or because it requires support against the shooter's shoulder like this for stability during the shooting, because range is quite long and it requires a lot of stability to achieve the target. तुम्ही मराठीमध्ये ऐकलं असेल की दुसऱ्याच्या खांद्यावर बंदूक ठेवून मारू नकोस, ही जी म्हण आलेली आहे ती ह्या बंदुकीमुळे आलेली आहे. एक जमाना असा होता की रायफल्स वर टू लॉंग. नाउ दिस इज अ scene from European country. You can see a rifle has been stabilized at two places, on the shoulder of one person and plus it is braced on the shoulder of other person. So this is actual typical rifle. पण ती मराठीमध्ये म्हण तशीच राहिली, ती आपण दुसऱ्याला टोमणे मारण्याकरता वापरतो. These are the different size and safe rifles. You can see they are having what do you call दुर्बीन आपण जी असते ना ती target पाहण्याकरता they are provided with that. You can see that. Now these are all police mamas. They are carrying rifles. What police carry with them? They are rifles. But these rifles are provided with the bayonets, knives in front. म्हणजे ते कशी मारता येते, गोळी पण मारता येते, हा चाकू पण घुसवता येतोय, हा दांडा पण मारता येतोय, मागची बाजू पण मारता येते. एकंदरीत मारणे आणि फोर्स वापर करून परिस्थिती काबू आणणे पोलिसांचं काम असतं. त्यामुळे दे आर गिवन दिस टाइप ऑफ रायफल्स. पोलिसांच्याकडे जी असते ती रायफल असते आणि युजली ऑफिसरचे बोल्स्टर मध्ये ठेवतात ती रिव्हॉल्वर असते. ओके, here you can see one sniper rifle. Okay, this sniper rifle is very dangerous. मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं की 1 किलोमीटर पेक्षा जास्त अंतरापासून सुद्धा ही वापरता येते आणि टार्गेट अचीव करता येतं. सो इट्स व्हेरी डेंजरस वेपन. सी हाऊ इट लुक्स and you can view the target. Here you see the lots of rifle bullets are ढीग लागलेला आहे. Okay, now rifle wounds, how they look powerful, and bullets tend to pass through the remain undeformed. Semi-jacketed bullets used as hunting rounds. Jacket peels back and the lead core mushrooms and disintegrate into scores of lead fragments. High velocity rifle wounds, they are enormously powerful and destructive. They send shock waves and they cause cavitation, transmission of energy via fluid filled structures, for example arteries and veins, to produce additional injury at sites removed from the main track. And gunshot wounds, whether they are accidental or suicidal or murder, means homicidal, that also we have to find out. The person has killed himself or he has killed somebody else, or some injury or death has occurred accidentally. And for example, मी तुम्हाला शिकवतो आणि माझ्याकडे खरोखरच जर का रिव्हॉल्वर असली असते आणि मी तुम्हाला शिकवताना असं केलं असतं आणि चुकून माझा जर का ट्रिगर जर वाढला असता तर ते ऍक्सिडेंटल डेथ माझी झाली असते, तुम्हाला सगळं लाईव्ह बघायला मिळालं असतं. सो जोक करतोय मी, पण ही एअर पिस्टल आहे त्यामुळं डेमॉन्स्ट्रेशन करता ती वापरतो आपण आपल्या लॅब मधून. नीड टू कन्सिडर द वुंड साइट, रेंज ऑफ डिस्चार्ज and the scene, etc. Preservation of evidence including the fingerprints, gunshot residue which remains, that has swabs have to be taken, clothing of the person has to be taken, and test firing has to be done. The classification of firearm rifle entry wound depending upon discharge range. You can have contact entry wound and close range up to 2 yards and distant range beyond 2 yards. What you will find. So these are the findings here. So everywhere there will be entry wound and exit wound, कॉन्टॅक्ट वूंड, इंटरमिडिएट रेंज, डिस्टन्स रेंज, कुठून गोळी मारली वगैरे वगैरे, ती गोळी आर पार गेल्यानंतर इकडची जखम कशी तिकडची जखम कशी, हे सगळं कंपॅरिझन तुम्हाला आहे. द टेबल्स अँड चार्ट्स आर गिवन इन द टेक्स्ट बुक. प्लीज गो थ्रू दॅट. I think one or two questions are asked on firearm injuries. Now, features of entry wound from firm contact and features of entry wound from loose contact. I have given here some points. See, these are the lax exterior residue, no imprints of component of fire externally, burning, blackening, tattooing present in the track of or interior of wound and intervening bone, pinkish discoloration due to I think this is carbon monoxide. Uh, uh, Muzzle imprint on close examination, entry wound of variable shape with collars by abrasions, and for loose contact, so it is not in firm. Firm means it is now this is firm. लूज म्हणजे वरच्यावर धरलेली आहे, कॉन्टॅक्ट आहे पण वरच्यावर धरलेली आहे असं असेल तर a small gap between body and weapon takes place. That is why there is a circular defect, collar abrasion, circular suit material, tattooing, blackening, burning in the wound track, no scorching, singeing externally, muzzle imprint is seen, pinkish discoloration is seen. These are the points when you compare between the distance. Now, near, distant, and intermediate range, if you see these are the findings. You say you get a barrel is held close to the skin in the range of flame and smoke, central defect, collar abrasions, inverted margins, burning, scorching, singeing, blackening, and tattooing is present. Now, intermediate range, अजून जरासं लांबून मारले within 1 to 2 yards. There is a hole, collar of abrasion. Collar means around the hole. Inverted margins म्हणजे आतल्या बाजूला मार्जिन केल्याचं. ब्लॅकनिंग फेड्स, ब्लॅकनिंग कमी होतं आणि टटूइंग प्रेझेंट होतं जास्त. Now here features of entry wound from distant range. If you see, there is a hole, there is a collar of abrasion, there is a grease collar inside the collar of abrasion, also called as smudge ring, no flame and gunpowder. Actually, every doctor will not be able to study and do the finding. There are forensic experts amongst us. They are well trained because they take a training for this and they find it out. But we as a students of forensic medicine, we should know this terminology. That is why I'm just telling you. So don't go into much detail, but have a look at the terminology. Close range firearm entry wound. If you see, there in this case you have to do examination of clothes because it is very important. Burning, blackening, tattooing is present here. Collar abrasion is present here. Grease collar, dirt collar may be present. Margins may be inverted. Wad may be present in the track in case of smooth bore firearm is utilized. Now firearm exit wound, what it looks like. There may be no exit wound. ती गोळी आतच जर अडकून बसली तर ती गोळी बाहेर पडणार नाही. In that case there is no exit wound. But if that गोळी goes through and through, that bullet enters and exits, that bullet enters through and comes out from other side, then you get an exit wound. Maybe multiple exit wounds of one entry wound due to secondary missiles. Maybe large typical exit wound with everted margins. No close range characteristics are seen here. A short exit wounds shows color of abrasion as present. Here you can see bullet through a glass. Glass means काचेला फोडून ती आत गोळी चाललेली आहे. Shotgun wounds, how they look. Contact shotgun wounds are most destructive. Contact means a shotgun. I told you yesterday. If it is, I told you about that movie also. You just see that movie. It just shatters everything when it is fired. So are very destructive. Bursting rupture of head is rule rather than exception. डोक्याला शॉटगन जर लावले आणि डोक्याचा चेंदामेंदा होतो. The skull may be largely fragmented leading to egg cell fractures. Scalp is extensively lacerated. And you can see in this picture, I'm showing one head which is shattered by the shot of a shotgun. And this is called as contact shotgun wound. It's a typical picture. काही शिल्लक राहिले नाही. डेथ तर आहेच परंतु डोकं पण ठिकाणी राहत नाही. Now here you can see bullet has been fired and how it has come out and see how it is moving forward with the velocity and speed. And with this we have ended this today's episode on firearm injuries as far as the handguns and rifles are concerned. Because of time constraint, we had to move a little fast, but there was no option with us. And with this, we have ended the topic on firearm injuries. I will take you back to the today's program. If you can have a review, and if you have any questions, you can ask me because there are still few minutes in our hand. Let's go back. Let's go to the starting point and just have the glimpses. Some of you have joined very late, and I went very fast. Uh, yes, because this is, of course, after all, this is a system. Everything doesn't take place as per our convenience. So we started from here, and I told you about people's mindset who utilize these dangerous weapons and handgun revolvers types we saw, and then we saw some of the pictures of handguns, revolvers, and the pistols, and automatic, semi-automatic pistols, and the bullets which are used to fire, and the internal diagram of bullet or cartridges. Handguns, uh, we saw a few handguns, different wounds, contact wound, and you know and a typical picture of handgun utilized on the forehead. The person dies on the spot if it is heated, if it is hitting some vital organs. The brain is a vital organ. Handguns wounds, you can see different images here. Okay, exit wound, entry wound, and rifles. Okay, and that some historical pictures I am trying to show you, different types of rifles with a scope. Okay, and what sniper rifle are used to kill or achieve the target from very long distance. And rifle wounds, we saw a few: entry wound and exit wound, characteristics of firing from near, from intermediate distance, and from a distant place. Okay, shotgun wounds, and a typical picture of contact shotgun wound where the total head has been shattered here. And with this, we have ended the uh, today's webinar on firearm injuries. If you have any question, you can ask me, and we will come back in the evening of a session on thermal injuries. Yes, is there any question?
So, what is cavitation?
Cavitation, what you see now in front of you, this is cavitation. कॅव्हिटेशन म्हणजे कॅव्हिटी निर्माण करणे, शरीरामध्ये गोळी घुसल्यानंतर कॅव्हिटी निर्माण करणे. And this is more than cavitation. The bullet has gone it's come out from other side. Another question: causes creation of cavity is cavitation. The bullet creates the cavity on the body of human being after it has been shot. Well,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
thanks a lot, and have a nice day. See you back in the evening. Thank you.